Alrighty, guys, what's up? It's Justin and Greg from Baseball and Whatever. This is, I guess, technically E3 hasn't started officially yet, but this is the day 2 of announcements, I guess. So we had Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, which I think he did last year because E3 got canceled last year. So
right.
We're just going to talk about some of the things we saw. We're going to try and do this throughout most of the E3 weekend week, if our schedules allow for it. In the meantime, if you want to hear us talk about Battlefield 2042, you can check out the YouTube channel, Baseball and Whatever. We are on there. Apologies in advance. We tried to film in OBS. It didn't go so hot. So the trailer is there and you can hear us talking about it. There is a slight delay, which my bad. But the amount of work that I tried to get it to work, it wouldn't work. So anyway, it's going to work with this one though, because we're going to try a little bit different. So without further ado, if you like what we're doing, feel free to check us out on YouTube. We also have a podcast, Baseball and Whatever, where we talk about baseball and topics that we like, including mostly video games, movies, other sports, TV shows, James Bond. Greg's a huge Bond fan. We've done interviews, a lot of other cool stuff as he waves. We've done a lot of cool stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to check any of that out, see what you like, and maybe you'll want to subscribe or follow or subscribe to the podcast. That'd be great. So without further ado, we're going to talk about Summer Game Fest 2021, day 1 of that. Greg, do you want to just run through a couple things that caught your eye or what you?
Yeah, sure. So it kind of kicked off with a game called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I think that was the first kind of trailer reveal with a couple, celebrity voices doing voices in that game. But like you said, we saw a lot of, we didn't see we saw a few of the, I guess you'd say, bigger titles, I guess, a lot of indie stuff. Couple things, a couple outliers that caught my eye. We won't get into everything, but we'll just kind of get into a few here. Death Stranding is coming out with a director's cut, and I think that developer I think that kind of teased a lot of people because maybe someone thought they were getting another Metal Gear Solid or something like that.
Something from Kojima that was different.
Right, but a director's cut of Death Stranding, which I gotta say I didn't play the first one.
No, I did not play it. I had no interest. I was kind of soured on Metal Gear Solid 5. The gameplay in Metal Gear Solid 5 was great. The story was awful. And that kind of soured me on Kojima. And then I know he left Konami and everything and then started his own thing and then Death Stranding. And I don't know, the gameplay of Death Stranding I watched, the story I kind of looked into, and it just didn't appeal to me. But hey, for people that are into it, having a director's cut with more stuff thrown in, the more the merrier for them.
So yeah, we'll see what goes on with that one, I suppose. Like I said, not too many thoughts on that one. Just one that kind of just stuck out. One I wasn't expecting. Let's just say that. And another one that kind of jumped out at me. I was like, oh, I forgot that was a thing. Was Jurassic World Evolution?
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, Justin, I forgot about the first one. Now, this is more of kind of like a build a theme park, roller coaster.
Kind of like a roller coaster tycoon, but with dinosaurs.
With dinosaurs, exactly. I've never played the first one, so
no.
I couldn't even tell you how it was received.
They got a bunch of the original cast from the original movie to do voice work though in it. So I heard it was decent. I don't know if there was anything to write home about. I'm honestly kind of surprised it got a sequel, but I know Jurassic World 3. Does that sound right? Or not Jurassic World 3? Yeah,
Jurassic World 3
is coming out soon.
Yeah.
So maybe I think they kind of saw that maybe as a tie-in. So yeah, we'll see. I saw Jeff Goldblum was on video, kind of doing his Jeff Goldblum thing, which is kind of thick now. But
I was looking at some of the live comments there on YouTube, and it wasn't really too much excitement for that.
No, I mean it's kind of like I don't know if anyone was really asking for it, to be honest. But maybe if they improve upon the things people didn't like, maybe that'll drive people in. We'll see. So.
Then some other titles we got Sable, Lost Ark, Among Us, and I guess we can briefly mention the 4th season of Call of Duty, Black Ops, Warzone. Gotta admit, Justin, love Warzone, love Call of Duty. I haven't been on Black Ops in a very long time. I'm several seasons behind, and I think I mentioned to you before the updates are just eating hard drive space alive right now. It's up to it'll be 300 gigs.
I mean, I have a terabyte external drive for my PS4, and
Mhm.
I mean, I got it probably. I'm probably about 2.5 to 3 terabytes of it are full, on top of the original 500 gigs in the PS4. I think that's right. And I'm sorry, I'm not downloading that many patches on, my internet is only, I get 1 terabyte a month. So to burn through that for Call of Duty patches on top of wasting that much space, don't get me wrong, like, I'm all for a good Call of Duty. I love some of them. I liked Warzone from what I played of it, but I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
keeping this on here to play every once in a while. So I'll be curious to see what they do, but they're granted, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a developer, I don't know, but I find it hard to believe there's not ways to reduce that size that they're not looking into, or maybe they just don't care. I honestly don't know, but
They probably don't care.
no,
Um,
no,
color out couple other, excuse me, name titles coming up. I saw a new Monster Hunter and
yeah.
Overwatch 2 coming up. Were you
Hmm.
ever Overwatch guy?
I was I tried they had a couple free weekends where you could download the game, and I tried it one weekend. I liked it. And then I forgot to buy it, never got around to it. But the second one, it sounds like it kind of like is an almost like an add-on for the first one, where if you have the second one, you get all the stuff from the first game, I believe, or there was some way that they were going to kind of
Oh yeah,
commingle.
was that the Iceborne thing or something like that that they did? Or
Oh,
am I
from
thinking
Monster Hunter,
for
I
Monster
think
Hunter?
it's kind of
Oh,
a
I'm
sim.
sorry. Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a
Monster Hunter. Yeah,
not too different of an idea, though. I think, I mean,
right.
obviously Overwatch 2 is standalone, but I think it ties into the first one and kind of takes some of that stuff.
Gotcha,
But yeah,
gotcha,
I'll
gotcha.
give it a shot. Maybe we'll see.
I haven't played either,
No.
so and then they got into a little bit of Far Cry 6, which I'm definitely looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to, unless Donkey Kong or Perfect Dark come out or
Before then.
something like that. So, which they probably won't. But Justin, I know you are a Ratchet and Clank guy, and you are looking
Yes.
forward to Ratchet and Clank Rift
Ripped apart.
Apart.
Love that series. I think I started with the third one on PS2, and then on PS3 I bought the collection to play out the first two. And then I had the PS3 ones, the PS4 ones. Love that game. I'm all about a good shooter platformer. It's gotten great reviews. That is definitely, if I can ever find a freaking PS5, that will be one that I eventually buy.
Hmm.
But yeah, it looks great. From everything I've read, it really is a great reason to own a PS5. It kind of takes the hardware in the next direction. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. They kind of showed it off a little bit more before it releases tomorrow, I believe. So good on Insomniac. So I'm excited for it.
Good stuff. Finishing up here, we have Back for Blood, which we mentioned before is kind of
Yeah.
like a
Left
rebirth of Left
Left 4
for
Dead,
Dead.
which I never
Uh,
played. Never played that. Did you?
Vinny was a big Left for Dead guy.
Was he? Okay.
Um, so I don't know. I think I'm kind of over that style of game. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't have enough people that own the console that would buy the game and want to play it. You know what I mean? Like, if I
Yeah.
had four friends, I mean, I guess you could play with people online, but if I'm going to talk to people, I want it to be people I know, or at least know from playing online. I mean,
No,
there's still,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
like we've talked on past episodes. I still have friends from the SOCOM 2 days that I still play games with, but trying to get everybody to buy the same game, it's not going to happen these days. So yeah, I'm not. I mean, it looks great, and for people that love co-op shooters that are more zombie based, that
Mhm.
they're going to love it. So
Yeah. And this one kind of caught my eye, sticking with that kind of horror genre a little bit. Evil Dead, the game. How about this?
yeah,
Kind of like looking a
yeah,
little left or not Left for Dead, a little bit The Last of Us style, a little more arcadey,
yeah,
a little more I don't know the word I'm looking for here, but maybe lighter, but it looks like it
hmm,
has some, decent horror elements to this, very gory. I don't know.
yeah.
What do you think about this one?
I might give that a shot. Did they say, is that multiplayer only, or is it a single player? Like, what is that? Because I haven't gotten a chance to watch the trailer yet on
I
that
was
one. So
just watching the trailer and they had flashes of gameplay a little bit and it looked solid. I didn't hear much of the audio to go with it,
okay,
but it's something that, like games do, they catch my eye and is just kind of one that I'll, keep an eye and
yeah,
kind of have on your watch list a little bit, see if anything, jumps out at you saying,
for
okay,
sure.
I could definitely, have some fun with this. I could justify buying it. But
Yeah, yeah.
of course that those criteria are not, too long for my
Yes,
list, I
if you
suppose.
want to
So
know about that, check out Greg's
yeah.
recent blog about his backlog, and you will hear all about that in detail.
And part two in the works. So
Yes, yes.
So Justin, let's finish this up here. Why don't you share, because you are a Demon Souls guy and Dark Souls guy.
I am.
Why don't you share some thoughts on the finale right here with
Sure.
is it Elden Ring with gameplay reveal?
The Dark Souls fans or Demon Souls fans or Bloodborne fans. Hold on, let me think. I believe they go by Soulsborne is the proper title if we want to get into it.
All right.
Anyway, the Soulsborne fans have on Twitter have been going nuts about waiting for this to come out. George R.R. Martin is working on it, so the running joke was it's never going to come out because he was writing some of the world building. But the gameplay reveal trailer looks amazing. As somebody who loves all those games, isn't very good at them, but somehow finds a way to beat them. Looks amazing. You get a mount now. Supposedly it's more open world. There's more world traversal, so you'll need to move faster, which is cool. I saw in the video you're still able to summon in people to help out, which is great because Sekiro doesn't have that, which is why I've kind of stayed away from it, because as someone who sucks at those games, I rely heavily on other people beating the bosses for me. Looks great. Graphically, it looks awesome. I know PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, it's hitting them all. And the biggest thing is we got a release date, which was for January 22nd, I believe, 21st, 22nd. So it looks awesome.
21st. Yep.
21st. I am all in. If I'm lucky enough to have a PS5 by then, I'll get it on that. If not, I will be there on PS4, definitely playing. Just looks awesome. The enemy design looks really creepy and weird, like From Software always does. Storytelling seems pretty cool with the George R.R. Martin stuff that's kind of been worked in there. The other thing that I thought was cool, and I just saw this right now, so I can't say too much about it, but they also announced, not From Software, but they announced a new game called Salt and Sacrifice, which is a sequel to Salt and Sanctuary, which which is supposedly Dark Souls, but like on a 2D plane, which I've always been curious about that. So I might have to check that out. And the only other one that really caught my eye was Axiom Verge 2.
Yes.
Which I love the first one. It's kind of like a Metroidvania sci-fi style game where you're kind of going back and forth, finding different tools and weapons to be able to get to new different places. It's got like the SNES or Genesis look to it. And the second one, the big reveal today was that there's not really a lot of shooting in it. It's more melee focused. So you'll be getting up close with the enemies. But yeah, that's a really fun game. The first one's great music, great gameplay. So those were the three that caught my eye today. But I'm excited. We'll see what tomorrow brings for the next set of releases.
Me too. And obviously there was a lot. They actually did, have a lot of content here for this reveal or this fest, whatever they want to call it. So
yeah, there was more than I thought there was for the first day for Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. Sure. So I'd say, pretty solid start to kind of the festivities here.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely a lot we'll be keeping our eye on. So if there's anything, if you're listening to this and there isn't anything we brought up, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll tell us about it. So, we can become familiar with it too. Because,
let us know.
We're open to everything. So
yeah,
that's why we do this.
That's exactly right. So if you kind of liked listening to us talk, feel free to check out the channel. All our podcasts are there. All our interviews are there. We just finished a podcast, which will be going up in the next couple of days, about our top 5 N64 games.
We love video games on this podcast.
I was so surprised that I'm trying to think of a horrible N64 game now to throw at you.
Chameleon Twist.
I'm so surprised that Chameleon Twist was #1 on your list, Greg.
Okay, Chameleon Twist was actually pretty fun.
I know, I played it too. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was kind of fun.
But yeah, if you have any interest in the old games, we do a lot of talking on that. We've also done top 5s of our favorite military games. So we've tried to run the gambit. We've done interviews with a bunch of different people. We try to do cool stuff that the community wants to see. So give us a follow, shout out to us. We'll mention you on the next recording, and we'll take it from there. So Greg, you got anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, I think we covered what we wanted to, and we got more stuff coming. So Justin and I will be in contact. We'll be seeing what's going on, and we will share some thoughts with you when we can. So stay tuned.
All right, take it easy, guys. We are Baseball and Whatever. We will talk to you next time. See ya.
Good night.